Los elefantes son una especie clave en los ecosistemas africanos, que dan forma al paisaje y proveen servicios esenciales para otras especies. La organización Save the Elephants, con sede en Kenia, nació en 1993 con el objetivo de desarrollar estrategias de conservación a lo largo del continente africano.
Some of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet are in Africa, and without elephants, they would be completely transformed. We think of elephants as keystone species, that if we remove them, the arch of biodiversity collapses. You take elephants out of these ecosystems and the biodiversity simplifies enormously. They spread seeds across enormous distances. They plant trees in balls of dung. They dig wells that other animals use for water. And they transform the nature of ecosystems by the way they clear bush. In the forests, forest elephants create the pathways and the corridors that are physically inaccessible otherwise, while playing all those other roles as well. So elephants have this key role in ecosystems.
En 2013, Save the Elephants estableció el Elephant Crisis Fund para financiar pequeños proyectos de conservación promovidos por las comunidades locales de 34 países del continente.
The challenges that elephants face and wild landscapes face across the continent vary wildly, from deep in the forests of the Congo Basin to the arid semi-desert of Namibia, all the way to the savannas of East Africa. And each country has its own particular blend of, the type of law that they have and the communities that exist in those areas.
El fondo se diseñó inicialmente para abordar la crisis del marfil, que durante siglos había supuesto la mayor amenaza para los elefantes, y resurgió a finales de los 2000.
So this was obviously a core challenge for Save the Elephants, but it was a problem that was far too big and diffuse for any one organisation to do it on its own. And the secrets to success, from Save the Elephants' point of view, data and science, and feeding our growing global alliance with the facts about what was happening to elephants. And using that data, we could link arms with everyone from actors and activists all the way up through scientists and government departments and politicians, presidents, princes. All of them came together, and by the 1st of January 2018, China decided that they were going to close their trade, and they did it, and they've enforced it. So too did America, and so too have many countries across Europe. And we've seen poaching decline to background levels across the continent.
Cuando la crisis del marfil se mitigó, la organización decidió abordar el que ahora era el reto principal para los elefantes: la coexistencia con la población humana, que más rápido está creciendo a nivel mundial. Desarrollaron una caja de herramientas que ofrece una amplia gama de soluciones a las diversas amenazas que estos animales suponen para las comunidades locales.
Wherever you've got people and elephants living in close proximity to one another, you've got the potential for conflict. And both humans and elephants, they need water, they need food, they need space. What can we do in this situation? Well, the critical thing is to give people the tools that they need in order to not feel helpless in the face of a threat from an elephant. And that's where our human-elephant coexistence toolbox comes in. This is a suite of over 80 different solutions co-created with our partners across the continent. Everything from electric fences to beehive fences to smelly elephant repellents. All of these solutions have been developed in different places, and our toolbox brings them together and provides people with a training manual that we train from as well. Because in the end, the future of Africa's elephants will be determined by the people that live amongst them. And if elephants lose their place in the hearts and minds of Africa's people, they won't have a future.
En lo simbólico, además de en lo ecológico, los elefantes son clave para preservar los ecosistemas de África y con ellos la prosperidad de sus comunidades.
They represent nature, they represent wildlife across the continent, and they're probably the most iconic of all wild species on the planet. And we have a decision to make as a civilization. Do we want wildlife in our world? It's not actually a decision because we need it. We cannot survive without biodiversity, and elephants represent that biodiversity. So let's protect elephants and help elephants defend the whole wild world.